Alright, man, we back. Motor City Sports Talk, we in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. But let's talk about the Lions saying that Kerryon Johnson, at least the running back coach, is saying, I linked that article from Detroit Free Press in the description of the article link. He is saying that Kerryon Johnson will not have any workload limitations, and they plan on feeding the beast. Now, they really don't have to, because they got C.J. Anderson. They just got to find a rapport between them. And then you got Theo Reddick that can receive, and the new kid Tyler Johnson and Zach Zenner, who could do a little bit of running between the tackles. But that's a sign. That's a good indication. Now, a lot of people say, well, Kerryon got hurt. He injury prone. Like, dude, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? He missed six games last year. But if they were competitive or in the playoff hunt, he would have came back. He was healthy enough to come back. So I think a lot of people didn't know that. They just held him out because they really wasn't fighting for nothing. But I think every Lions fan is rubbing their hands together like Birdman right now, because that's what we want. Because, you know, Kerryon Johnson, last year I seen him at Auburn. I mean, that dude was getting like 30, 35, 40 touches a game. And they worked him the last year, you know. So, you know, but he probably needed that workload management last year. This the type of year he had his last year at Auburn. Like, man, this dude was like Superman. I mean, he was taking snaps as the Wildcat quarterback. You know, he was doing everything, man. He was their offenses last year at Auburn. And Auburn fans know that, man. And so the expectation, you know, and that was their expectations when they drafted him, because the Lions actually wanted to take Rashad Penny. When they tried to remove back up in the first round to get Rashad Penny, which with a recently historically good running team, Seattle, even going back to Alexander Marshawn Lynch, he didn't do well there, Rashad Penny. But don't every rookie catch on right then and there. And some rookies catch on, have a great year, and then they never rekindle that flame. I remember that Clayton character from Baltimore, the receiver. He had a great year, the rookie year, but he never recaptured that flame once again that he had in his rookie year. But that's here nor there. But I think that's good. That's a sign of a functional offense, and that's why I'm excited about the Lions season. I'm not putting a number on it. I'm not doing no prediction game by game. I preview their opponents this year like I did last year. But I'm excited because the one thing that I was skeptical going to last season was Jim Bob Cooter being retained as the offensive coordinator. I was livid about that because he was the problem. Terry Austin wasn't the problem. You know, the offensive coordinator was the problem, and you know, Jim Caldwell, he didn't fix that wrong. You know, but with Kerryon Johnson gonna get that load, I think that's what we all looking forward to, man. You know, him getting as many carries as he can handle, and for him, he's kind of like that workload running back. You got running backs like Emmett, Barry can do it, Walter, Ezekiel Elliott right now, and maybe Saquon Barkley are probably the last of a dying breed as, you know, featured workhorse backs, and they can carry the load or workload backs. And you know what? You might get a ball to Emmett, Barry, or Saquon or Zeke, and you know, you look up in the first half or the first quarter, they might be 10 carries for 25, 30 yards. And then you look up, you keep giving the ball, and they wear out the defense. Before you know it, the little 2-3 yard runs, they turn into 8. They turn into 16. They breaking off for 30. Before you know it, hey, you look up in the fourth quarter, he got about 24 carries for $150 or $160. You know, and you got certain backs that just get stronger as the game go on, and I believe Kerryon Johnson was that at Auburn, and if he can stay healthy this year, and if you can stay healthy, that's Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, you know, anybody out there, man. Jalen Ramsey, who had the brother from Detroit, Ha Davis, announced him coming on the armor truck today. That was neat. Everybody, health in the NFL is a must. Everybody faces health, especially going to training camp and getting back into shape in preseason. But if he can stay healthy, I think he will establish himself as that workhorse running back. And I think C.J. Anderson can match his fly, and they can do a little, you know, dual thing. But I don't think Darrell Bevel is going to think running back by committee. I think Anderson is a security blanket. I don't think it's going. They trying to look for it to be a partnership. Neither, none like they did with Blunt, Johnson, and Reddick last year. I think they want to feed the hot hand. I think they want to feed him on all 3 downs, and because you could tip your hat when you see you seen Blunt come in last year. You knew it wasn't going to be nothing outside. You knew it wasn't no receiving threat. When you see Reddick in, you knew it was going to probably be. You wasn't no threat to run inside the tackles or really outside the tackle with his lack of speed, but. You knew he was going to run routes, and you had to account for him. Bracket him, double him, or, whatever it may be. You seen Kerryon, it kind of was an enigma. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know what was going to happen. And with his ability to catch the ball and run it, if he can build the durability up this year, like I said, he had a tough last year at Auburn. I think that was part of, them trying to lighten the load last year. Not necessarily, he might not look like he put on a lot of muscle, but that's okay. The biggest, muscular guys be the weakest guys. A lot of people don't know that just because you got muscle, it doesn't mean that, you're going to dominate, even at the running back position. The lean guys be the guys that's really, really strong. Core and legs and calves and thighs and the glutes and the hips and the weight, all that right there, that's real strength. And he may not look like he put 20 pounds or 5 or 10 pounds of muscle, but if you lean and you strong and you solid like an oak tree, like they call Arnold the Oak, that's true strength right there. All that muscle do, football, it can be beneficial to help you take the blows, but all it can really do is slow you down. It takes a lot of oxygen to fill those big muscles. And that's why I be wondering, dudes be, they'll be retired or they ain't playing semi-pro or NFL football. They in they late 30s or 40s or 50s. Why they still trying to lift heavy? Why you lifting heavy for? You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's a mind state. That's just how you feel like you get your workout in by lifting heavy. Every now and again, you test your true physical strength just to see where you at. But that's a lot of stress on your limbs, man. Real talk. But with Kerryon, I'm excited. But you never know. What if C.J. Anderson come in and steal the show and he become the workhorse running back and Kerryon suffer an ankle injury and he take over? So a lot of things can happen. But that shows a sign, and I'm going to end on this. It shows like a sign of a functionable offense already. Oh, why not give him the ball this many times? Or, it just sounds like they know what they're doing. If he can handle the load, we're going to give it to him. That's what I like to hear. And it ain't got to be nothing run and gun or the Mike Marks offense. It ain't got to be nothing like that. It ain't got to be Bill Walsh's West Coast. It just got to be something simple. We line up. We want to do 11 on 11, a hat and a hat. We think we can whoop y'all ass in the trenches and outside. You know what? Oh, you want to stack the box? You know what? We going to go 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, running back. We going to play action, deep post. We're going to run a deep end underneath. We're going to have, 1 tight end stay in the block, 1 on the shallow crossing route, a running back on the block and release, and we going to see if we can get it at 3 levels. Can we get it deep with the post? Can we get it, medium with the end route? And can we get or deep end route? Or can we get something going across the middle? Or if not, we go hot to the running back. It's basic football. It doesn't have to be complicated. Football is football. 11 on 11. And, if you a quarterback, you know what? You got that boundary out of bounds to be your unofficial help. You know what I'm saying? But when you're throwing outside the numbers, but I like it, man. I just like the way I know when they got Darrell Bevel, I knew it wasn't the split splash type of signing, but I knew what we was getting. Proven commodity that knows how to run the ball, traps, whams, the power running game, the zones. He was a proven commodity. You know what? And he's been in run dominant offenses, pass offenses, mobile quarterback offenses, Gus Surratt, Tavares Jackson, Brett Favre, Russell Wilson, you name it. He's experienced, and you know what? He's hungry to prove that it wasn't me that said throw that pass play, or I'm not defined by that pass play when I should have handed it to Marshawn Lynch in the Super Bowl. And I think he on a mission, and we need somebody hungry. And I just think he know what he's doing, unlike Jim Bob Cooter. But hey, appreciate everybody for checking in. Motor City Sports Talk. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All those links